Hello, welcome back to Rigger Knits, where I talk about all things knitting. And today I have a vlog just talking about some of my recent projects, my finished objects, my whips, and some exciting acquisitions at the very end. I'm in another different filming location today. I'm sitting on my bed this time. I thought I would mix it up. I don't know what is my favorite yet, so I'm just trying all kinds of things, but we're going for comfort today. And before I get into the proper video, I am wearing today, this is my Friday slipover by Petite Knit, and this is knit in a strand of Sandnes Garn, a Sunday held together with Sandnes Garn, tin silk mohair, both in the colour 3880 in which is dark chocolate. And I knit the size small, and this one I think, yes, size small, using for the majority of it anyway. I didn't write if I sized down for like the neck or anything. For the majority of it I used 4mm needles. So let's get into it then. My first finished object that I have here is my coming soon sweater. I can't remember how far through I was with this in my last video, but I feel like I was quite far through. But it's finished, and I've been wearing this loads and loads. This is knit in the recommended yarn, which is Durham Natura Ulisse, and the colour is Poivre Sel, which is like a really like very light brown, kind of almost grey sort of colour, like porridgey kind of colour I would call it. And it's so cute. I use 3.5mm needles for the body and 2.5mm needles for all the ribbing, you know, up at the collar and the end of the sleeves and the end of the body. And I knit this in second size. So yeah, this is like a raglan. It's like a top down raglan pattern, and it is knit in, it's like half brioche, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's half brioche, which is this really like squishy kind of stitch. On the outside it looks like this, like nice big looking knit stitches, and then on the inside it's like this, like very defined knit stitches. With this big chunky like raglan seam, which I absolutely love. The only thing I don't love about this pattern is the fact that there is zero like short row shaping, like there's nothing to extend the back or anything. So I have knit this before for my husband, and it was a little bit too short on the back because he wanted to hit a specific length in the front, and there's not enough material in the back for that. So I really wish there was a way to do German short rows, but the way this stitch is done and the way the raglan increases and things like that are done, it is like I would not be able to work that out myself, how to do the German short rows. So I just left it off in both iterations that I did. And this is definitely going to be a wardrobe favorite for me. Like I have been wearing this so much since I finished it. It's like too hot for it now, 16 degrees. It's roasting to me. But yeah, it's just like one of those lovely, like quite plain, easy to wear kinds of jumpers, and it just hits at the exact right length for me, which is perfect. I think I used pretty much all of the recommended yarn. There was maybe a little bit of a ball left over, but I didn't have any like full like balls of yarn left over, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, maybe just a tiny little bit left. But yeah, I just love this one. So gorgeous. Yeah, definitely going to be a wardrobe favorite, and it's made me really want to knit a lot more like basic basic staples. My next finished object then is a pair of socks. These are the Broken Record Broken Rib socks by Alex Parker Mooney. I actually haven't blocked these, and I haven't worn them yet, but I'm not going to block them. I'm going to wash them after I wear them, but I'm probably not going to wear these for months unless we get like another cold snap or something. But yeah, so it's called Broken Record Broken Rib because you are knitting on the rib parts, you're doing 3 knit stitches and then a purl stitch, and then you're doing that for one row, and then the next row you're just knitting all the stitches and you repeat that. So that is how you get this like broken rib kind of pattern. Oh, you can see an end there. Maybe that's not an end. Maybe that's a part I caught with the needle or something. So yes, the yarn that I knit these in is Townhouse Yarns Fade Street 4-ply in the colour Briar for this nice kind of greeny, like purpley bluey kind of main colour, and then the contrast colour at the cuff, the heel and the toe is Symphony Yarns Terra in the colour Valentine. So I knit these in size medium and I used 2.25mm needles. I actually didn't follow the pattern exactly as it asked for. I kind of just followed the stitch pattern it gave me and then just followed like the standard like sock formula that I know. I also accidentally knit the heel a little bit too long. I think I meant to do maybe like 5cm off the top of my head for the standard like kind of sock pattern that I would use. About 5cm for this reinforced heel, but I did like 6 here. So whenever it came to picking up stitches on the side, I would usually pick up, I think it's like 14 or 16 stitches. I ended up picking up 18 stitches on each side, so I had actually loads and loads of decreases to do, but it fits like a dream, so I am happy enough with that. Yeah, I have knit these once before, but it was in like a kind of cotton yarn, which I don't know what's happened, but they just like feel very stiff, and I'm not the biggest fan, so I thought I would reknit them in a proper sock yarn and see if that makes any difference, and I think it does, but they have yet to be worn, so I haven't, I can't put them to the test just yet. So I was knitting these were like my work project, I was calling them. I was knitting them on the bus to and from work and then at lunchtime. So I have finished them now. I need a new like work project, so I'm probably going to start working on another pair of socks quite soon. There's my dog sniffing me. But yeah, that's all there is to say about these. My next finished object then, I think it's in the wash at the minute. So I actually can't show you them. I will try and put up pictures here. This is a version of the Stripes Recipe #1, Happy and Scrappy by Summer Lee. And this is from her book, The Sock Project. The only way I really copied the pattern from the book was in how you like weaved in the ends as you go. Everything else I kind of just winged it, did it myself. So yeah, I can't really say I followed that pattern exactly. I just kind of did. The yarn I used is, the white one is Cascade Yarns Heritage, I think just the colour white, and then the other 3 colours I use, they're all from Northern Irish like independent dyers. The pink one and the purple one are from Dye Candy, and they are like the superwash merino sock base that she does. One of them, the pink one, was Cherry Bomb, and then the purple one was like a one-of-a-kind batch, and then the blue yarn is from Irish Artisan Yarns. Off the top of my head, I think it's Bamboo, Yak and Silk or something like that was the base, and the colorway is Brompton or Brompton Bay. I can never remember. I can't remember last time. So yeah, I just thought that was very cute that all the colors are like Northern Irish dyers. I thought that was really, really nice actually. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have them to show you here. They are probably dirty right now, but yeah, I love these ones. I knit these. The dog is digging on the bed. Ruger, chill out. I was practicing continental knitting with these, which was difficult, but I am still on a learning journey with that. Whenever it came to like weaving in the ends, I would just switch to English style because I can't get my head around like wrapping floats and stuff continental style. So yeah, all the rest of it was continental, and yeah, I absolutely flew through these, partly maybe because continental is just a faster way to knit, and also partly because it stripes and you just are like, oh, I just want to get this little bit of color done and then I'll move on to the next one, and you just keep working at it. It's very, I've heard people call that potato chippy, where like you eat one and then you eat another and you eat another. It's like that with knitting. You knit a stripe and then you knit another and you knit another. So yeah, would definitely recommend that pattern anyway. It's a really good way for you to learn how to weave in ends if you're doing loads and loads and loads of stripes on something like, I don't know, a jumper or socks or whatever. But yeah, I didn't follow it completely 100%. Whips then. So I've got an interesting story to tell about my first whip. If you have been watching my videos before or you follow me on TikTok, you have seen this whip quite a bit. It's really sticking around in the whip realm. It's my Victoria cardigan. Look where I am. So just before I get into what has happened with this project, this is a self-drafted pattern. I had knitted, was almost finished, had done all the body, had done all the sleeves and everything, realized I didn't like the end of one of the sleeves. I'd done ribbing and I didn't like it. I was going to rip it back and I needed to re-knit the end of the other sleeve because I had done like a picot wedge and not done it properly. So I started to rip it back, and then from the very, very beginning, I was off by one stitch from like the cast on because the way I had divvied out the stitches, I needed, I think it was an odd number of stitches for, there's button bands here, and the button bands were supposed to be 6 stitches each. And because I had done, wait, I'm getting confused. Whatever number of stitches I had done meant that one of the button bands was actually 5 stitches long and the other was 6 stitches long. Just because it went from like, it's a ribbed button band, and it's just because it went from like knitting into rib, and on one side the first rib stitch was a knit, so it just, you know, decreased the button band by like 1 stitch, which I thought I could get over, but it really, really annoyed me. So I just decided to completely rip the whole project out. I have like a massive bag. Oh, I don't even know where it is. A massive bag of all the like balled up things of yarn here. But yeah, here's where I am. So I had done like a specific amount of the body and then picked up the sleeve because I want the sleeve to, or I want, you know, I want to do the sleeves before I finish the body so I can really see where the body sits once it has the weight of the sleeves added in. Sorry if this is making my mic sound weird, but yes, here's where I am. Obviously the body's rolling up a little bit and the sleeve is about here, and I'm going to do the picot wedge, so a lot more knitting to do. Picot wedge, fold it over, knit a little bit more, fold it down and knit it down. I never, with my last iteration, I was obviously if you haven't been watching my videos you don't know, I was going to do like a lace kind of motif up here, going to get like a white yarn and do like a lace motif and hope that it stands up against the neck, which would give it that kind of Victorian-esque feel. But I never even like got as far as trying to do a lace motif in the last one. So I'm going to do this one and I'm going to do it right this time. Although with this heat wave, it's really put me off knitting this because I'm like, what's the point in me knitting this right now when it's going to be so hot for the next few months? This is a thick yarn. This is Sandnes Garn, Pear Gent in the color 1088. That's what I'm using, and also the needles are size 3.5 for the body, and then 3 for the ribbing up here. So it's a hefty, thick material. I don't want to wear this until like probably at least October. It's going to be far too warm. So yes, just with the heat wave, it's really put me off working on this. I should really start thinking about doing some summer knits, or some lighter jumpers or something. Cardigans maybe. Cardigans are always like a nice go-to for me because you can just wear like a t-shirt or whatever and a cardigan. I'm just editing this and I'm like, oh, I could just do a cardigan. I should put this cardigan down and do a cardigan. Oh, I'm so silly. Obviously, I mean like a lighter weight cardigan because that one is heavy. I am way happier with how it's turning out this time. I feel like my buttonholes are a lot more like defined, like they're bigger. I think my tension was like too tight the last time round. So you can clearly see them. I've marked them anyway, just to be sure, but I didn't even need to do that. I can clearly see the buttonholes. And I'm also doing this, sorry, my microphone. I'm also knitting this in half continental, so all my knit stitches are continental, and then whenever it comes to doing any ribbing or purling, I'm just doing that English style because I'm not fully comfortable yet. And to be honest, I can see that it is making my tension a little bit strange, but like it's all going to block out. I can tell it's absolutely fine. You can't see it at all. There's like no bits that I'm like looking at it like, oh my god, Claire, that's awful. So I'm happy enough with it. And yeah, I think it'll be class. The way I want to wear it, I can't even show you right now because my microphone's here, but I want to wear it buttoned up all the time, so it'll be like a pure like neck cover thing. Super tight. I haven't like actually measured it yet to see if it's negative ease or zero ease or the Chinese bit of ease. And I also haven't decided yet if I'm going to do any kind of waist shaping. I didn't do that last time. I could change it up this time. I don't know. Way happier with it anyway. So yeah, that's just something I'm going to be working on in the background. But yeah, maybe a bit of a back burner for now. I'll show you as well the buttons. Obviously I'm going to do acquisitions later, but since I'm talking about this cardigan now, I got these little buttons. They're like little pearl buttons. Sorry, they're shaking. So these are just gonna, I worked out there should be maybe like 11 or 12 buttonholes, so these are just gonna be like this, and it's gonna look very classic, very gorgeous, very beautiful. Woo! I am also writing up a pattern as I knit this, so I have like a previous version of a pattern here, but there's a lot of scribbled out bits, so I am also writing it on my iPad too. So hopefully eventually one day I will size grade it and, you know, get it tech edited and release it as a pattern, which I think would be really cool. But the big hurdle I'm going to have to overcome before I do that is working out how to like write a lace motif and how to get it so that it's like, so I can pick up the stitches on the inside of the neck and have it look good and get it to stand up. That'll be, I feel, like a real head scratcher. My next whip then is another pair of socks. These are the Chilton socks by Midsummer Knits. I can't even remember in my last video if I was talking about these or not, but here's where I am on the second one. The only reason why I've stopped here is because I ran out of mohair yarn. So I am knitting these in the second size. I think it's a size medium. No, size 2, sorry. And I am knitting these in 2.5mm needles and using a cable needle for these gorgeous little tiny little cables. And the yarns that I'm using, let me look at the labels. It's 2 Yarnsmith yarns, which I have never knit with before. I think they are a Wool Warehouse like own like yarn. So this one here is Merino Sock Superwash, and this is in the shade 2K045, which I think is just off-white. And then the mohair that I'm using is Kid Mohair Silk in the shade 3045, which is also just off-white. And yeah, you hold one strand of each together and it gives you this lovely, hold it together like this, you can see the 2 strands, this lovely fluffy gorgeous like halo. They look so cozy. I always glaze over the fact that there's a humongous ruffle on these. Like every time I talk about them, I'm like, oh, the cable is gorgeous, oh lovely, massive ruffle on these. So yes, I really struggled to knit the ruffle at the very start of the first one, and it wasn't so bad on the second one. It's just very fiddly. Like with all these stitches, you start with like quadruple the amount of stitches that you would have for the rest of the leg. And you just do like all these like rapid decreases, and it gets very fiddly very quickly. And then you do like a fold over and knit down situation, which whenever I did the first one, I folded over and knit down every single stitch. Realized because I'm part of the cal that she's running, or the knit along that she's running, somebody had said something about only folding and knitting together every other stitch, and whenever I went back to read the pattern, that is what it says. I just didn't pick up on that whenever I was knitting the first sock. So yeah, the second time I was folding over the ruffle, it was so much easier. So yes, just if anybody is knitting them, whenever you fold it over, only knit like down every other stitch. So yeah, let me just talk about these socks a little bit. So you have the ruffle, you have like all over cables on the leg part. You do like a slip stitch reinforced heel, which is actually a lot shorter than what I would usually knit. There's a specific amount of rows that you knit. It's not done by like length, it's by specific amount of rows. But yeah, it's shorter than what I would usually knit. So it goes by really fast. Then there's instructions for the heel turn, which I did something different on each heel turn. I have been doing like an improved slip stitch knit recently, which basically you slip the first stitch knitwise and the second stitch purlwise, and then you knit them together through the back loop. Whereas in normal slip stitch knit, you slip both of them knitwise, put them back on the needle and knit together through the back loop. So for this one, I did improve slip stitch knit for the heel turn, and I'm not keen. Yes, that's the slip stitch knit side. I'm not that keen on the way these stitches turned out. Like, they don't look that neat. But whenever you're doing your decreases, let me see which one's slip stitch knit. This side is the slip stitch knit side for decreases. This here line here is my decreases. It looks very nice and neat, just as neat as K2 Tog, which is why I like it. But yes, not great for the heel. So for this one here, I did normal slip stitch knit on this side of the heel. I'm just looking at it now and I actually really can't tell the difference. I don't know which one I prefer. Hard to tell. Anyway, I did normal slip stitch knit for the heel on the second one, and then improved slip stitch knit. How many times can you say slip stitch knit? Improved slip stitch knit for the decreases. Which, yeah, I just think the decreases like that do look a lot better. Like down the side, if you want a nice smooth line, do the improved slip stitch knit. The other thing about this pattern is there is a left foot and a right foot. Interesting, I know. The only difference between the two like feet is the toe box. So this is an anatomical toe, which I think in my last video I said, oh, I thought I always did an anatomical toe. No, I don't. Anatomical toe means that you do more decreases on the pinky side, which is why there is a left and a right. So this one here, this is going to be my left foot. If you look at it this way, I have more decreases in this side than I do in this side, so my pinky toe is going to be here. But yes, the pattern, the instructions, sorry for that, in the pattern are really, really clear. So there's no ambiguity, but just make sure you do remember to do a left foot and a right foot. Yeah, I'm really keen. Again, these are going to be too warm to wear, but I am so keen to finish these. I have a couple of pairs of ballet flats that I think would look so cute with these on, and just poking like through the the top of my foot in those little ballet flats. I think these would be so cute, but yeah, this is maybe, I need to wait for autumn again. It's getting far too hot for something like this. Okay, that was the end of all my finished objects and my whips. Believe it or not, I don't have a crazy amount of whips at the minute, so let's talk acquisitions. I'm really excited about this because I have been out all day and I just got an order in that I'm very excited about. It was meant to come yesterday and it just didn't. So I was like, oh my God, I need this for my video. This stuff needs to arrive. But let's get into it. Before I do though, I actually have a different acquisition to talk about first. Check that out. I got a whole box of yarn. I have never ordered yarn for one jumper and have it arrive in a box, or I don't think I've ever ordered enough yarn for it to arrive in a box. But anyway, it's from Oxford Yarn Store. I got a sweater quantity, a male's large sweater quantity of Sannisgarn Pear Gent, and I got it in the color 1032 light grey, and then that word I can't say, melange, whatever. So I am knitting my husband a Moby sweater. I have one. I knit one for my brother for his 30th birthday. My mum knit one for her fiance, not for any special occasion, just today. So I thought, yeah, Ben needs one. Ben's my husband. I have done a little good swatch here. I did this pretty quickly, and dried it because it's warm. It dried in like a day, which is unheard of in Ireland, especially if you're pinning it to a blocking mat. There's just no, it's just not hot enough for things to dry quickly. So I did this in the recommended needle size for the pattern, which off the top of my head I can't remember. Oh, I don't need to remember. I have the needles right here. So this gauge swatch was done on a 4mm needle, and I was looking at the chart for the back panel, I think, to do this gauge swatch, and I started with, there's like, it's like so curled around you can't even see. There's like 2 purl stitches and then a cable and then pearls and then this kind of little ladder motif and then a couple of pearls and then this whole mock cable situation. I think it's 30 stitches, and the gauge swatch you only need 20 stitches, so I was like 30 will be loads, but I realized I did not include the moss stitch like section in this, which I wish I had done. I wish I had done maybe like 40 stitches or something and just done like a really big gauge swatch, because I do love a gauge swatch like this. How cute is that? It's like a piece of art in itself. But anyway, I think it'll be absolutely fine. I'm not going to do like a moss stitch swatch or anything, or like redo this with moss stitch. I'm just going to cast it on and go. Whenever I was measuring this, I am slightly below gauge, but I don't think it's enough for me to size down a needle size. I'm not going to go down to 3.5. Can you even get, it's 3.75, I think? I don't know. If it is, I don't have one. Or I probably do, to be fair. I've got so many needles. But I'm just going to go with the recommended needle size, and I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. The reason why I'm not worried about the size is the version of this that I knit my brother was also a size large. So I'm knitting my husband a size large. My husband is not as big as my brother, I would say, to put it politely. That sounds awful, but like they clearly have very different bodies, and the large fits my brother perfectly. I have photos of my husband wearing my brother's large jumper and it drowns him a little bit. So, but whenever I measured his chest, he was coming out that he should go for a size large. So I'm going to start it, I'm going to knit it, I'm going to do as much as I can until I join it in the round, like at the chest, and then I'm going to make him try it on and see if it is ridiculously big or anything like that. But yeah, because I'm not hitting gauge perfectly, I'm a little bit that like this is a little bit too small. It should be this gauge swatch. If I have 30 stitches, then this should be 15 centimeters, but I'm getting like 13, I think. Is that right, Maz? I've done an extra 10 stitches. Yes, this should be 15 centimeters this way, but it is about like 12 or 13. So I'll not be that upset about the gauge difference. And yeah, if I am, who cares? I'll just rip it back and start all over again. So that is something I'm potentially going to cast this on tonight, which will be so exciting, because in the next video I will be able to talk about it. And yeah, I can't wait. It is the end of April at the minute, and his birthday is until September, so I have loads of time to knit this, but I love it. I can't wait for him to wear it. I hope he does wear it. I hope he does like it. But yeah, he deserves another wee knit jumper, and he deserves to be like part of the Moby Sweater family. Okay, now we can get into the order that arrived today. I have a big box behind me, but I'm going to hide it because I don't want to talk about it yet. I did an order with Wool Warehouse, specifically because I wanted something very specific from them. I haven't even opened this. This is like an unboxing. Obviously, I took it out of the packet because I was like, because it was late, and then it arrived with what do you call it, like packing tape on it. I was like, oh, this package is broken, let me check everything's in it. So I have obviously taken it out and had a look, but I haven't like had a look at the actual yarn yet. So anyway, an order with Wool Warehouse. I got some more kids silk mohair. Shit, I'm just realizing this is a different dye lot than the one I was using before. That was dye lot 1. This is dye lot 2. Hopefully it's not going to be crazy different. This is for my Chilton socks. And because I'm holding it with this yarn that is going to continue for the rest of the sock, hopefully it'll be okay. Also because it's on the foot, if there is like a big difference in the colour, I don't think I'll be that upset. But I just was checking that, and that's a little bit of a worry. Then the next yarn I've got, this is Drops Merino Extra Fine Mix in the colour 45, which I think was the colourway like Blush it was called. It's kind of like this pinky, like nearly orangey, like rusty kind of colour yarn. What I'm going to knit with these, let me find the pattern name. I am going to knit with these the Mini Romper Mila by Janina from Mashin Minis. Hopefully I said all that right. It's basically, yeah, these little pair of like baby dungarees. I have a friend who is giving birth in June, and she's having a little girl, and I thought, how cute would this be? I'm going to knit the size. I think I've decided on doing the size 6 to 9 months, because I feel like that could be quite a versatile size. Like if the baby comes out quite big, maybe it could be straight into this already. And if not, then it obviously has time to grow into this. Because it's a pair of dungarees, hopefully it will be like she could be wearing it quite early, and she could hopefully still be wearing it as she grows bigger. But yeah, I got 4 balls of yarn for this. I think it called for 3, but I just bought 4 just to be safe, and I just wanted to make sure I had plenty and they were all in the same dye lot, which I'm just going to check that they are. They are. Okay. So yeah, that's something that I can cast on and knit up quite quickly as well. I just absolutely adore the little ruffles on that. I'm loving like a really girly kind of like ruffly little moment at the minute. It just looks so cute, those little ruffles at the end of the legs. Oh, and to go with that for this pattern, I also bought some buttons. And when I bought these buttons, I'm pretty sure I bought too many. I'm pretty sure whenever you go to order it, it includes 2 buttons, and I bought 2, so I think I have 4 in here. We'll soon find out. Oh no, I did get 2. Okay, that's okay. They're little white like teddy bears. I don't know if you can see that well. It doesn't. Oh, there we go. It's focusing now. My nails look gross. Sorry about that. I had fake nails on and they destroyed my nails. Whoops. But yeah, how cute are they? I can't wait to start that one. I think it'll be so cute. Hopefully, because it's so small, hopefully it's not like a frustrating knit. Hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, I could start that quite soon then. The good thing about that yarn is if I'm ever buying something to knit, like buying yarn to knit something for a baby, I am never going to buy something that you have to hand wash only. That Drops Merino Extra Fine is okay in the washing machine up to 40 degrees apparently. So yeah, it'll just make their lives so much easier than having to worry about hand washing. Yeah, hopefully they really appreciate that. That pattern doesn't look like there's been too many people have knit it. Let me see, can I see in this app? So I'm just hoping it'll be okay and it'll all make sense and everything. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be grand. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Sure, I kind of wanted to be a tech editor a little bit, so I could tech edit this pattern if it doesn't make sense. And then my final acquisition. Am I holding it? No, I'm holding it upside down. I got a yarn swift. So this one here, this is from Leica. I think that's how you say it. Leica Make Happy. It's the Shisham Wood Umbrella Swift. Let's unbox it. Oh, I wish I had like a table I could like attach it to. I suppose I do have that table, but I'm not going to attach it there, I think. can I open the box? I'm opening it on the wrong side, I think. Huh? I kind of want to keep the box okay because I want to be able to like put this thing back in the box when I'm not using it. I literally can't work this out. This is going to make me sweat more. Okay, I ripped it. Hopefully you can see this okay. And hopefully my hair isn't annoying my mic and this isn't crazy loud in the mic, but apologies if it is. Woo! It comes in a bag. Just check I got everything out of the box. I did. I have never had a Swift or used one before, so hopefully it's straightforward enough how to set it up and everything. Okay, there's something there. Oh, I'm terrible at unboxing. I'm not showing you this. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just paranoid. I'm going to leave something behind in a box or something and think I haven't got all the parts. Oh, I just hit myself in the face with it. It opens like an umbrella. Is this bad luck? I have never used a Swift. Does it open all the way like that? Is it meant to be like this? I have no clue. Is there instructions in this thing? No. I'm gonna have to watch a video. This is some contraption. Oh, Jesus Christ, I keep hitting myself. There's a thing here. I was looking at the pictures. Is there like a notch for this to screw into? No. I think I just kind of clamp it. Oh my God, this is the best video anybody has ever seen in the world. Let me open the other little... Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm totally scared of breaking it, and all the little pieces are just kind of like tied together with string. Oh, this is like some serious... I don't even know if you could see that on the video. It's like a serious tool. What is all this stuff? I have two black things. I'm just going to look at the pictures. The pictures don't give it away. I'm sure I can work it out. I have two of these. One with a really long one and one with a shorter one, and two black things. So I'm assuming the black things are to go in the holes, and then these go into the black things. So let's see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. A little hole there. Wait. No, this can't be right. Does this go here? I really don't know. I have no clue. I'm just going to try and... So this one goes in here, I think. And I just screw that in. I'm like worried I'm going to damage the wood. Okay, so that's like open. It's not going anywhere. I could put yarn on this. And then this one here, this screws into the bottom here. And it's going to come out up in here. And then that'll just go on my table then. What are the black bits for? I am going to have to watch a video. Anyway, I've got some sock yarn that I've been putting off. God, that looks awful. I've got all the rubbish in the back. Some sock yarn that I've been putting off. Oh, I think this does just go over here. Is there two sizes? I don't get it. Righty tidy. Yeah, this must just go like this to protect the table. But then what's the other one for? A spare? I don't know. I don't know. Right, let me put this bitch down. Ah! Anyway, I have some sock yarn that I've been putting off winding into a ball or anything because I wanted to use my Swift. So now I have it. I can do it. Ah! Anyway, that was all the acquisitions that I was super excited about. Hopefully that was interesting to you. I love an unboxing, so hopefully that was exciting. But anyway, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Hopefully this was a little bit interesting, a little bit inspirational. I have been cultivating lots of gorgeous, beautiful patterns that I want to cast on. Some of them from my spring knitting video, some of them just in my head. I really want an all over cable jumper for myself, like a basic one, and I really want a v-neck jumper, so I've been looking, and I've got into golf. I want to knit some golf wear, so yeah, I've got some cool patterns I'm really excited about casting on, so hopefully those will be able to be spoken about in my next video, because hopefully I'll have done something about wanting to knit these things. But anyway, hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. If you like the video, please subscribe, leave a little comment. You can find me on TikTok sometimes. Sorry, I'm just tidying up as I do this. You can find me on TikTok sometimes. I also have Instagram and Ravelry, and the links for those are in the bio below, so it'd be cool to get a few little friends on there. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Love you, bye. Mwah.